Hello and welcome back to Noita. Today we're going to be going over advanced wand tinkering. Sorry. Um, so we will not be going into the next area just yet. I'm below the vault and above the temple art. So I've already showed a tour of the Holy Mountain. I've shown how the wand stats work. Now I want to go over some more advanced wand tinkering techniques. And before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab my perk here. And I'm going to get Tinker with Wands Anywhere, or Everywhere I should say, which just happens to be a perk that I found, and probably the best perk in the game. So now I can tinker wherever I want. It doesn't have to be in the Holy Mountain. And I'm not going to grab that refresh just yet. So first I'm going to show you how this wand works. So you can see it's no shuffle, so everything is going in the order of the wand. And I'll show you something here. I'll get rid of that multicast for a second. And you'll notice it goes way slower. Now there's a reason for that. So this add mana right here is adding mana to my wand. So that's allowing it not to run out. If I did this, you see how the mana is slowly running out. That's what the add mana is for, and that's because these spells drain a lot of mana. Now Luminous Drill and Reduce Recharge Time are what's making my wand so fast right now. Well, not right now, but what you saw earlier. Those are modifying the projectiles, and you can see it's 0.43, but that's being brought down. Actually, this is minus 0.58 cast delay, so that's should be negative. But these these subtract 2. This adds cast delay, so does this. It's also subtracting the recharge time. Then we have a damage plus, which is adding plus 10 damage to every projectile. So that is multiplying the damage. Then there's this multicast, which is casting these 2 large spitter bolts. Now, it's still slow even that way, but what I can do is I can wrap the wand, and I don't actually need to put this in here. I can put a triple spell here, and it's going to look for 3 spells. It's going to pick these 2, and then it's going to go back around and get the add mana, which modifies this, and then this is the result you're going to get from the wand. So just keep in mind spell wrapping is possible, and it causes these spells, the first modifiers, to double. Now, we can also put a short range homing on here, and I'll show you what this does. And it's actually not working. What it does is it aims towards enemies, just very slightly, but because I don't have enough mana on the wand, I would need another one of these to make that work. Now what I do want to do is use this trigger on the wand. What triggers do is when you fire them, I can demonstrate that here, it'll trigger another spell. Like so. Now what I can do here is I can make this the main projectile of my wand, and it'll, when the trigger, and I'll actually put that there, the damage pluses on those, it'll trigger this. Now I probably don't want to do this just because of how slow that is, but usually using a trigger is a good thing, because all the damage goes into this one magic bolt right here. actually going to get rid of some of these spells, clear up inventory space. I can actually put more of these on there by adding more double spells. More of these large spitter bolts. So for example, I can do this. It adds an extra one. Now that's actually not helping me. That makes the wand worse because it's draining even more mana. So I need another mana. Add mana. Now I can look at these wands real quick to see if there's anything here worth taking. This wand's actually pretty good. It's only 5 spaces. Okay, this wand right here is absolutely better than this one, so I'm definitely going to buy that one. I didn't want to buy that. That was a mistake. But I still can afford the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and buy, not this one right here. And this should be able to, I should be able to improve it more because the mana max and the mana charge speed is higher. And now I have a quadruple spell too, so I can put that on it and add a third one of these. Now let's just test out and see how well it does with this wand. We also have more spaces. It's more concentrated, and I think that's because of the negative 24 spread. So I'll go ahead and add this on here. It's still not enough mana. But if I have a concentrated mana potion here, that should probably help. Actually, it doesn't help. It's still draining the mana. So I'm just going to have to find another mana max, but this wand is better. And I may be able to use this. Let's see how much damage that's doing. I'm actually going to swap those. And that makes the wand slower. Okay. And I can't see the damage because it's destroying that. So yeah, I don't think it's worth putting this trigger on here. So I'm just going to keep it the way it was. I could also use Heavy Shot. That does plus 44 damage. And it's 7 mana drain. But this is the problem with it. Actually, let me take this off first. Look how far the spells are going. It makes it super short range, so I'm not going to use that. And for this black hole, I'm going to add a speed up that makes it faster. And as far as everything else goes, that's about what I wanted to demonstrate. Anyways, next time we will pick up at the Temple of Art.